So many requests for a casserole cozy, so let's go make it. But first, always remember to share this to your profile so you can find it when you're looking for it again later. I started with 2 pieces of cotton fabric and 2 pieces of heat-safe batting. This is Wrap and Zap. So you can use whatever threads on your machine. You do want the heat-safe batting so that it is not hot when you pick it up, okay? Now, they make some other stuff that you can also use. It doesn't have to be Wrap and Zap. They make some stuff that's Insul Bright that would also work okay for this. This is 14 inches by 21 inches. Now, here are the measurements, and it gets a little bit hairy, so pay attention. It's not hard, but just pay attention. First thing you're gonna do is come over 2.5 inches, and you're gonna draw a line, okay? And you're gonna come over on this side, 2.5 inches, and draw a line. And you're gonna do that on all 4 corners. Then you're gonna come down 2 3/4 and draw a line, and 2 3/4 and draw a line. From this 2 3/4 line, let's go over 3 1/4. Let's do the side ones first. Okay. And then we're going to come back in to this line we drew that was at 2 1/2. Okay. So we have 2 1/2 inches, 2 3/4, and then over 3 1/4 and back up, over and back up. You're gonna do this to 2 pieces of your heat safe batting. You're gonna do it to both pieces of your heat safe batting. I'm cutting one of my corners out and I'm gonna use it as a template for my second piece. I'm going to lay my piece of heat safe batting on top of my cotton fabric. I'm gonna lay my cotton fabric face down. I'm gonna put my heat safe batting on top of it, just like this. I'm gonna do this to both pieces, and then I'm gonna pick my batting up. I'm gonna fold these lines inward, pretty side to pretty side, until these lines match. And I'm gonna sew directly on that line, and then I'm gonna clip it off. When I make bowl cozies and plate cozies, I don't worry about using all cotton thread because I don't put mine in the microwave. I know y'all do, and y'all yell at me for not saying everything cotton, but I don't. I do not put mine in the microwave. I use them like a pot holder. I pull the hot bowl out and put it in the bowl cozy, or pull the hot plate out and put it on the plate cozy. So if you're putting yours in the microwave, you do want all cotton, but if you're doing like me, it's not necessary. I drew my marks on both pieces of my heat safe batting, and I matched my lines up. I sewed my darts. I sewed directly on top of the lines that I drew, and then I cut off the excess on both pieces. I sewed it upside down. My fabric is upside down. We just rocking along anyway. We'll let it be the inside of our casserole carrier, or the outside or something. Man, I'm over here listening to a New Kids on the Block documentary and not paying any attention. Y'all remember the New Kids on the Block? I do. They were a big deal when I was in like the 5th grade maybe. Okay, so now we have these. We're just going to put our fabric pretty side to pretty side, assuming yours is actually the right way, unlike mine. We're going to sew it all the way around, except leave a hole that you can turn it right side out through. I'm just sewing this with a straight stitch, a 1/4 inch seam, back stitching when I start and when I stop. You may have to go a little slower because this is a pretty good many layers of fabric, and your machine may not love to sew it super fast, but slow and steady should take care of it. Now, put your hand inside your hole, turn it right side out. Man, I can't believe I left that the wrong way, y'all. I mean, I can believe I did it, but it'll be okay. I mean, all of a sudden, I just really like the back side of that fabric. That's what I'm going to say when somebody says, why is your fabric the wrong way? I'm going to say, it's not the wrong way. I liked that side a lot. Don't you like it? And they're going to be like, oh, okay, Tammy. Okay. So here is our inside out casserole cozy. Dang it. Now what we're going to do is top stitch all the way around, and that is going to make it lay flat, and it's going to close up our hole that we just left. Now, y'all always yell at me for not putting 2 layers of batting in a bowl cozy and a plate cozy. I only use 1 layer. I've only ever used 1 layer. If you want to use 2 layers, absolutely use 2 layers. But 1 layer works perfectly fine at my house. Look what you just made, your snazzy casserole cozy. But make sure your fabric is all the right way, not like mine. Now, we're at the shop, so we're improvising. We have an 8.5 by 11 ream of paper. So if you went out a few inches, you would have a 9 by 13. And that's how it fits in our Casserole Cozy. My name is Tammy. I'm your favorite sewing teacher, and I would love for you to come sew with me.